Good morning, everybody. It's your friend Will. It's the memory lapse. It's early, as usual. We're going to jump right back into competitive constructed here. Finish out this run at least this morning. We need to play one more black or red spell, though this quest has been counting incorrectly because we've probably played more than 40 or 50 over the course of this event. It's somehow not counting them. Then we just have to play lands, which we can accomplish with any deck, provided that the shuffler doesn't fuck with us. So, gotta stretch it out in the morning. Oof. Oh, long queue time. Guess not as many people are up. Looking for that early morning competition. Continuing with this deck. Still not 100% certain how much I love it. Though we have mulliganed quite a bit, and then Speak of the Devil. It feels like it's a really hard deck to keep one land with. You know, as most are. We can keep this. It's a little awkward. The slew is like super awkward in this deck. Our opponent going to 5 is helpful. But if this is any kind of mirror, I love the Soulscar Mage and Chain Whirler combo. In a non-mirror like this, getting the turn 1 Soulscar Mage doesn't matter that much. We're happy to just go for turn 2 Heart and a turn 3 Whirler. Pretty much almost every match we played in this series, we've been siding out the Soulscar Mages. It's just the nature of competitive constructed, I guess. It's not a lot of actual Chain Whirler decks in here, which is one of the things that made me want to try playing with it. So this is going to put us in an interesting place next turn. Do we want to try to resolve the Courier? I don't think we're under a lot of pressure to resolve the Chain Whirler, so let's go Soulscar Mage first, into Courier. This is probably going to eat the counterspell? No? Okay, great. So let's start stacking this up. And this will put them in a position now where it's not really profitable for them to keep countering stuff every turn, as long as we're adding cards into the Courier. It looks like they're contemplating a seal away. Oh, cast down. Okay. Same difference. There's one less cast down for Chain Whirler. It has a non-creature spell, so Chandra does pump the Soulscar. I think we need to wait on Chandra. It's a little too valuable to just run out there, so let's play Pia. Actually, you know what? Let's just play Chain Whirler. Pia is pretty valuable too, so I think Chain Whirler is actually the worst card in our hand right now. So they used up their Aether Hub at some point. When did they use it up? Maybe they incorrectly Okay. They're plussing. So this is dead. Unless they have seal away here. Either way, we get to resolve Chandra. We can play Aether Hub. This plays around Syncopate. I'm assuming they don't have Negate here. They could have Negate. It seems unlikely. Wow. They have it. Okay, but we still kill Teferi. I guess these decks could play up to main deck. and it's not that big of a deal. Okay. So the shields are down. We're resolving whatever we like here. Now if we just top tick better than them, and we play around, I think moving forward we have to play around settles. I really hope they don't draw into Fumigate. That was very nice of our opponent to show us they have nothing. I guess they're doing that because they want to crack Memorial. But they could have cracked Memorial without playing this. So they're just basically showing us for free that they don't have Sell the Wreckage here. So we're going to get in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to double pump 9, 10. So that's going to put them on Extremely Dead. Well, Extremely Dead next turn. I mean, just like Extremely Dead in general. This is a lot of damage, not an amount that I think they care to take. But there's not much they can do about it. They can crack their Memorial. They have one mana left. Doesn't provide them with an answer. Okay. They pretty much need Fumigate here, or Settle. Luckily we can afford to play around Settle. Lyra doesn't do it for them because of the Pia. Just make that thing not block and get in for damage. So they've seen, they got 2 cards, they push Syncopate, so they've seen 4 cards here, and they can even activate this. If they play another land drop, they could activate this and place and find Settle if they play an untapped land here. So they have quite a lot of they've had quite a lot of chances to find an answer here. They're tanking, which makes me wonder what they are worried about. It could be that they have it and they're debating. Okay, so there's the untapped land. We'll see if they spin the Azcanta now. That'll tell us a lot. Okay, so here I think we have to play the Heart, because there's a chance that we're going to be cracking this Courier during our combat step. So I think the way we're going to attack is with the Soulscar Mage, which is now pumped, and the Courier. So this is exactly enough because I can pump this twice. This is more than enough. So this is punished by a Seal Away. But I want to play around. I want to play around Settle here. Okay, so let's crack this. If we find a Braid, we're pretty good. Soulscar Mage. I didn't think about Gearhulk. I keep forgetting about that, even though it blows us out almost every game. So with Gearhulk in mind, I should have attacked with one more thing, like the Flyer. They would have been forced to cast down the Flyer most likely, and then I would have been able to get 2 cards at least off of the Courier. I think they're still in a bad spot. they fumigate here, they gain a bunch of life though. They're searching. Now we're gonna know. That doesn't help them. So now the only thing we have to worry about is Seal Away. So I think we're gonna crew the heart, attack with everything else. Any haste creature here is insane. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is. I think we'll, yeah, crew the heart. So this wins around Seal Away. They don't have enough for another Gear Hulk. Let's just do it like this. This one's around Seal Away too. This is like double wins around Seal Away. They're gonna cycle, look for Seal Away or cast down. Okay, we got him. So yeah, Soul Scar Mage out, Lightning Strike out, Disintegration out. Doomfall Duress in, Glorybringer in. Yeah, maybe in this matchup, since it's oh, it is a 3-color deck. I kind of like keeping the Braids against their Gear Hulks, but it seems like more often than not, by the time they cast it, we should be winning. So. See, that game we mulliganed to 6, they mulliganed to 5. So we were slightly advantaged. Okay. This hand I like against them. I like just the early courier. We just keep making land drops until we get to cash this in. Oh, wow. That works. That's a funny sideboard card. More likely this is for like pure aggro red decks, which we're not. Oh, they kept a 1-lander. Not good, friend. Alright, I'll happily keep playing into this. If they kept 1 land with Authority of the Consuls, like that card was going to make or break the matchup. More so than being able to cast other spells. It's a little questionable. Like, a lot questionable. They don't have any blue here. So, we know nothing's getting countered. Something that's going to eat removal, it looks like. Moment of Craving. You got it. Now, they're keeping up on life. Just whirl them down, though. Get them. So this has gained them 4 life this turn. This game, Seal Away. totally fine with that. And we know that they're still at least 2 turns away from wrathing us. Well, 2 turns away from settle, 3 turns away from fumigate. And now, since this is like pretty useless with the authority, we're just gonna look to crack this Bomat, like if they ever try to do anything to it. How does that interact? It still is. It comes into play attacking, right? So it only gets in for 1. Okay, so they're pretty much dead next turn. If they play untapped white source, oh, they don't have, so we're not too worried. Yep. We didn't even have the Chandra for the Rubbins. They kept a pretty bad hand. Their eyes got wide seeing that sideboard card, and the sideboard card's not that good. Let's take a break to crack our pack, then we'll finish off this series one way or another. Oh, hey. Jaya's Immolating Inferno in an all-gray pack. Feels bad. Okay, let's go. I've seen some builds of this deck. I was trying to learn a little bit about it. Corey Baumeister, who I don't really know who that is, because I've been out of the content scene for like 5 or 6 years, wrote up a nice little thing on TCG Player about this deck, and the list that he provides is a little bit different than what we're playing here. It plays 1 less Chandra and 1 less Heart of Kirin, and goes up 2 on-crop Crashers, which I get. I totally get that. And then the sideboard has a Chandra in it, like ours does not. The sideboard's more or less the same. He splits 3 Duress, 2 Doomfall instead of 4 and 1. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, we get to go first. How nice. This is a keepable hand. It's missing some of the beef as we move up, but we do have removal. And we have Soulscar Mage. Things like Lightning Strike, really good with Soulscar Mage against, like, if this is some kind of green deck. This is a blue deck, we just love turn 1 Courier. It's almost enough to win the game by itself. Having played against this card so much, like, the mental pressure of, like, seeing a Bomat Courier ticking up is just... I think it does a lot. Let's get our attack in the off chance we want to use this Lightning Strike here. We do not, so we'll play our second main phase Soulscar Mage. We're guessing there's some kind of Fatal Push deck. So maybe they'll decide to Fatal Push this now. Yeah. And we're not going to trade 4 cards for 2. Alright, time to take a break to read the card. Interesting. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield. So they're going to be trying to play creatures that sacrifice themselves. Or maybe they have a way to sacrifice this creature to do something. Like the -2, -2. Oh no, oh, here's how they do it. Okay. So they're sacrificing oh, they paid this wrong. Unless they're gonna get a... You don't get it to draw. They could have paid it with black. And embalmed back the cat. So I think we're going to be pretty happy to try to get Chandra down here. Damn, we missed. We missed. Third land would have been really nice there. Alright, a little scary. Land. Let's see it. Blowout. Oh, I think we want to start getting cards out of our hand. And we want to start attacking for a lot. So that when we get to these cards, they'll do stuff. So we're going to take this turn where they can't block. Just gonna lightning strike their face. Get in for a total of 7 here. But considering we bricked on lands now, 3 draw steps, there's I think a significant chance we're gonna lose. If we had resolved Chandra and then been able to play Hazoret, I think we can't lose this game, even with this little combo they're gonna get going. But missing lands is gonna give them the chance to actually stabilize and make a lot of weird lifelink creatures and things we're not gonna be able to push through that easily. Okay, that's not bad for us. Not as bad as maybe like making 4 cats and doing weird shit. Okay, so the Chain Whirler cleanly answers this board. Oh, it doesn't double it up. Yeah, do this though. We can't let the Karn keep going. Alright, that's more or less a fine outcome. Don't want the Cat Lord coming down. So we really need to draw something here. Like, really need to draw something that is land. We don't want them minusing to get this back next turn. Oh, that's good. Oh, they're just going to get 2 servos. But it doesn't have lifelink. Oh, drawing another Chain Whirler would be nice here. Jeez. Brick. And we can't even play the Unlicensed Disintegration anymore. Guess we just do this. Should I scoop this game now? I mean, it feels like we can win with Hazoret and Glorybringer. It's going to be really hard, though, once they play this Regal Caracol. Oh, wow, they didn't go for it. Here, have a land. Might as well block, since they're just going to sacrifice it, I'm guessing. That's a problem. Alright. Well... oh, we can't even play that. Okay. This would have been a really easy one if we had gotten to our fourth land. I think like a joke of a game if we could have played our cards. Considering their deck, I think we actually do want some of this removal. I have to think here. I do think we want to keep some of the removal. I do think we want to keep, or I do think we want to bring in cards like Duress, but maybe we don't. The only card I don't like in this matchup is Soulscar Mage. Maybe we just want to bring in the Phoenixes to help us push more damage over the top. Magma Spray might have some value if they play... We could like Shave One Chandra. This is tough. This is really tough. This deck is weird. I don't think that the sideboard contemplates a weird token deck. I think the idea is we don't want to change the deck too much, and we just want to beat them down. And not let them do their stupid shit. But we can always get stuck on 2 or 3 land and then lose again. Alright, so let's keep this hand very similar in texture to the last one. We just need to draw land. Like, 1 more land is good. So at least we have turn 1, turn 2. 2 more lands is amazing. And they're mulliganing. Our hand's a little more aggressive than last time. The Kari Zev gets in far better than the Soulscar Mages. Alright, so sketchy start. It just seems like you're supposed to keep these 2 land hands, though, in a deck like this, because we do so much if we just draw 1 more, and then we can't lose if we draw 2 more. Okay, our opponent's taking a slow start. Oh, we're getting punished again. Alright, we're just going to keep stacking into the Bomat Courier. And getting damage in. That's a great sign. So they're likely missing their land drop here. They forgot to set the stop in their upkeep, so they've already drawn for their turn. They're fairly close to dead. With this Lightning Strike. Maybe Lightning Strike's supposed to come out. Land? Jeez. We are at the point here where this Bomat Courier going for 5 cards will be worth it. So we need to keep the mana up to activate it. Oh, they can't block here. Okay. guess we're gonna ditch this hand and find some land. It feels bad, but we have not been rewarded. And this gives us now the thing to do in our second main phase. Shh, Ichi, you gotta get over yourself. Stop, stop, stop. Shh, hi. So we're just gonna resolve Hazard here. Cool. Alright, so Justice in game 2. Thank you to the mail carrier. Yeah, maybe we don't want this Magma Spray. I think we just want, like, yeah. We just want to push our luck and add another high-cost creature to the deck. That's where we're at. So if we have like a 4-land hand here, we're going to snap keep it. Another 2-lander. We're on the draw. I think these have to work out eventually, right? I like Scrounger into Pia a lot. Okay. We'll let that one speak for itself. Okay. At least we're going to be attacking. No. I guess not. The Scrap Heap Scrounger will be back. Okay, here we go. So we can play Pia here, and if they have an answer to Pia, we can play Slew, replay Pia, and then we have 4 drops. I'm guessing the way they tapped, they have another Fatal Push, so obviously they can't push the Pia right now. Ooh, Dragon Skull Summit, that's great. Alright, let's get in and see what they do. Most likely we're just going to play the Phoenix in the second main phase. Yeah. Play some hard to answer threats. That will close the game out quickly. Oh, it did work. Oh, because they sacked their Terramorphic Expanse. So now they have another one for this egg. Because this buddy's gonna come back. Maybe they decided to fumigate or something here. It's possible. Okay. They're gonna binding the egg. It's an interesting line. So if this is the case, then we play slew. Attack. Play heart, and then on their turn bring back the Scrounger. And then we untap and play like Glorybringer or Hazoret. Doesn't look like much, but he's the best pilot in the galaxy. Scrapheap Scrounger. Okay, so we're bringing them back into their turn. My turn. I think we're just going to go for Glorybringer here. Yeah, land Glorybringer. Crew up the heart. I expect them to have at least one piece of removal here. Here comes Cast Out. Okay. Still more or less dead on board. And if we draw land, we get to play Hazoret and throw something. Alright, so a little life gain might help them here. I don't know if they're going to... Yeah, no. I don't think they have any way to gain enough life to get them out of this. Yeah. Alright, so play the slew. Play Hazoret. Through the heart. They're gonna get some mana here, so if they have like another cast out, they could sack all their treasures to use it. They're still dead? Okay. Alright. So that was the last round, right? I think it was. Yeah, we got our 25 land. We got our 5th win. Claim our prizes. Ooh, look at this. Samut. Okay, so Garbo. Secret Selvage. Ooh, Resilient Kinra. That's actually a card that eventually I would want. So, and we got plus 1100 gold. Oh, I thought this was like plus 1700. But plus 1100 gold. Not bad. Chipping up. Got our quest done. Alright, so I'm going to call it here. That was a really productive morning of quests. And yeah, this has been a nice series of videos here. 3 in a row playing this deck. Hopefully, if you're in the beta and you weren't really sure like what kind of deck to play, like if you're relatively new, you have a lot of the cards for this. A lot of them are already gifted in your account, so you can get into this deck for a fairly low investment. And as you can see, even someone like me who was basically playing it for the first time was able to run it through a competitive constructed event to 5 wins. So, you know, give it a shot. Play it in. I think you can also play this deck in quick constructed. I think it's just like strong enough that you can play it without sideboards and just kind of get accustomed to the turns and some of the interactions. There's nothing too crazy that has come up so far from what we've seen. I think knowing the timing on your scrap heap scroungers is important. Knowing when to sequence, certain threats into play, like evaluating playing a Chandra versus playing a Phoenix versus playing a Hazaret. Little things like that, that if you did a couple practice rounds, you'd get a feel for it. And then the sideboarding, maybe I'll link to this article below. Yeah, I'll commit to doing that so you can take a look at how this player recommends sideboarding. And yeah, that's it. Got our gold, got our cards, feeling good. So we'll be back. Thanks.